Welcome back to the BSN channel. I'm accompanied with my mother, who goes by the name Abina. Coming from Binada, meaning Tuesday. Anyways, today we're going to carry on with the Okomfo or Okomfo Proverbs or mmebusem. We're going to focus on one this time because it's quite a deep one. And my mother has a lot to say about this. We really thought carefully about which Proverbs we're going to do. Before we get into it, I just want to define the importance of what Ɔkɔmfo is. So, those who may understand, I don't want people to think that we follow the traditional belief. We give respect because this is what our ancestors believed in. But there's a lot of correlation between what we believe in Christianity and what we believe in traditional belief. What people associate with the negative side is what we call abusum, the spirit world, the underworld. But there's another side, the supreme being, which is Onyankopon, which is to get only great, the great one, basically, which is very similar to Islam with one God. Anyways, the proverb is, it is the living man who causes the spirit world to want eto, which is mashiam. So, otiasifo na oma osamai kondo oto.
Yes. Otiasifo na oma osamai ekon edo eto. Yeah.
What I understand from this, so it says the living man who causes the spirit world to want mashiam. This is more to do with the difference between the spirit and the soul. And the soul is us, basically. And what's in us is Osamai, the ghost, given by Onyankopon. Only Onyankopon can deal with this. But then again, Onyankopon made the other spirits, the other lesser gods, whatever you want to call them, or the busum. Onyankopon created all of this. This is the belief. So, the living man, the soul and the body, likes to do things like race cars and eat food. The spirit world also like these things, but they can only enjoy it through us. Just like we want riches, we want good luck, we want to curse somebody. This is their domain. And we sort of do a bargain. Obviously, Mum's going to explain the proverb way more specifically. I'm being a bit more general. I've seen many different cultures where the spirit wants to enjoy what's in the world, or to maybe wreak havoc in the world. So they use people. It's not just the traditional belief. We had traditional beliefs in Europe. You got Shintoism in Japan. There's many of them. But they all essentially have this, they work in the same way, have the same belief. It's just different languages, different culture. What do you understand from Otiasifo na oma osamai kondo eto?
Yeah. Otiasifo na ma osamai kondo oto. Meaning if you need, you know, in ancestors, years back, what they did believe was totally different from now. Is they used to sort of, you know, if let's say, for example, if one has passed from the family, then if somebody in that family wants to be closer to have encounter with this spirit, what they normally do is they probably use libation, using spirit to pour drinks down, to call the names of the ancestors that they've died. So that is one of the thing, is example of eto. Some of them, they will just boil eggs or do eto, you know, that mash yam and then put palm oil and boil eggs and put it on top of it and leave it in a place like an altar place, and speak to it and hand it like as if they're giving it to that ghost or that Osamai. So yeah, and that a lot of people did believe it. It's something that's still been used. People use the same system. Lots of people use it. Not only comfort. It could be a Christian person that somebody is coming to do marriage, custom marriage, so they'll do libation, pouring drinks down, or they'll just cook, leave some of the food there for yen and nanom, the ancestors. So that could be another side. But I'll give you one quick example about myself. When we say about, you know, what you for nema or something, for example, I come from twin family. I'm one of the twin. So my twin brother, when my mom, when we were young, anyway, my mom had small like altar, you know, and then come every Friday, she will have to cook yam and make sure that she's got white cloth on us. So my brother will have white cloth, I will have white cloth. We have small chairs, little stool that we sit on. A tour was made, mashed. It could be plantain, but they always put white, red palm oil on it, make it very soggy, and then boil eggs. Because when you're young, as a child at that time, you are not allowed to be eating eggs, like we have the, opportunity in this country. So when you're young in Africa, you are not allowed to have a whole egg to yourself. But that particular time when my mom has to do that is calling, the ancestors and everything. And then we just sit there and this mash yam is in front of us with eggs. And we are eating it. And other people watching us, we eating it. And that will be divided into three. One for me, one for my brother. One is going to go to the altar. So I never ever understood why we are being treated special. Why? I couldn't understand. So my mom would just go and stand the altar and talk and said, I'll bring you this thing, a talk and this and all that. And she just say in her own language. And then until I grew up. So when I grew up, then one day, because I came over to this place when I was in my, just before my 20. So then I found it very, very, this thing, my mom would tell me, don't eat yam until, especially fresh yam, when fresh yam comes, don't eat it until I put some in the altar first, or abamu. That's the name of it, abamu, before you can eat fresh yam or fresh corn. When there's corn, it's all got the season, yam, fresh yam, and the corn. So she always have to put some in it before she would just give you the message before you can eat some. Then eventually I said, look, Mom, forget about all this. I don't believe in that. So why are you still doing it? And then one day he said, yeah, I think you're right. So she carried everything and went to farm and broke everything into farm and
so
buried.
It was from her parents?
Yeah,
to pass she was still carrying on the traditional belief? Yeah,
to us until we grew up, and then we decided, no, this is not right. So we had to always find out, ask permission before we can eat fresh yam. That's from August going, that's when fresh yam comes. We couldn't eat any until you ask permission. But now it's not like that anyway.
Can I add one point before we close? Another thing I want you to understand is the things that we want is mostly what the body wants. So I'm talking about the brain, the receptors of the brain. You want to get the new promotion. Why? Because the eye sees the position where you want to be at. Maybe it's like in the example of this proverb, is about a food that we really like. Understand again, there's a spirit that lives in us with our soul. but it starts with the living body. The living body tastes something. It's nice. The soul feels it. You feel happy. That connects with the spirit. So essentially, when it says the living man who causes the spirit world to want etor, you could minimize that to just the spirit that's within you. You can apply that to yourself. It's you, the living man, the body and soul, that loves this. Your spirit loves it too. Probably, I don't know if the spirit knows what it's liking, but it's just, we are essentially slaves to our body. And I'm trying slowly, that's why I've eliminated sugar like a challenge in my life. Because I don't want to be addicted to sugar. Like I was addicted to beer once upon a time. I had to stop that. There's a lot of other things I was addicted to. I had to stop that. So I'm living in the spirit. But obviously I'm doing that through Christianity. But I can still apply it because our ancestors were still clever enough to understand the spiritual world. I don't know if you agree. Do you agree with what I said?
Yeah, I do agree. It's like me. I've lost my mom for almost 20 years now. So now and then I do miss my mom, to be honest. You know, even though I'm a grown up with my family, but still I do miss my mom very well. And now and then I just go in a mode that I just pray and start talking to my mom, like meditating, you know, trying to get closer encounter with my mom. So I think it's normal, but not having to go places to cut chicken neck for somebody to try and look into as a medium to tell you about what your mom think of you or what your late brother think of you. As long as you don't do that, that's fine, to be honest.
Yeah, I like to focus on Nyankopon more.
Of course, yeah.
I don't focus on the Busum. And people need to remember Busum is a fragment of the traditional religion.
Of course, before.
It's not all of it. It's just like how in Christianity we've drifted to a sort of Greco-Roman paganism mixed in. It's the same way with the original belief of the Supreme Being, Onyankopon. We have sort of drifted to the lesser gods because as the story goes, lady was pounding her fufu too loud. Onyankopon was like, hey, whoa, I'm trying to rest here, you know? So he thought, you know what, forget this, I'm going to go further up in the sky. And then Onyankopon wasn't, you know, within vision. So then people, when they don't have the faith, they turn to what they can see. Yeah. And I like to stick to the Onyankopon. I would like to know why we drifted from Onyankopon, still respected him, but drifted more to trusting the local deities, like the Amotian, which is not a god, it's more of a messenger, but that's for another video.
Yeah, we should do that.
If you want to hear more about that, because this is just traditional belief, the Akan culture. Remember, Akan is the culture, and then you have the peoples of this culture, and there's variations of it, because we're all one. From Bono to Fanti to Ekrapim. Achim, you got 3 different Achim groups, or different. You got Asante Achim. You got, I think it's Achim Kotoko. I could be wrong. Please correct me on that one. And you got a lot in Cote d'Ivoire as well. Quite a lot of Cote d'Ivoire. Ivorians, they are Akan. Because Akan is a large diaspora.
Oh, okay.
Which has its own history. It used to be one under Bonomain, or if we want to go back to Jamai. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like. If you want to see more content, as there will be more content like this, please subscribe. Have a good night. Try not to have nightmares.